It's me, I'm back. This is exactly where I got picked up last time. I got up that hill and got the message. And all of this. So, it is the end of June. And I'll stop and try and figure out. No, I got it right here. It is June 25th, Saturday. I was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. However, between Homer and I, we miscommunicated, and it's now, and I should have looked while I had it out, it's a little after 1 o'clock, instead of the 8 o'clock I was shooting for. So I'm going to end up sleeping in the woods tonight, so I'm glad I packed for that. And I'm going to head north. And I just realized how much I'm shaking. I apologize. Alrighty. I'll give you an update when I got one. Oh, I got my numbers back up on my kidneys. So they're not at a great level, but they are acceptable. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. So, there goes another through hire. And I met a few at the campsite, which I'll be there in a day or so, and I got to remember to pull the camera out. This is the first time I've pulled it out since I left. And, all right. It's always tough to get started after you've been off for a while. So I'm going to sit down and do that. And then I will be gone again. Hey, bye-bye. Yeah, hello. It's me again. It's Saturday, the 25th of June. Yeah, I know the day, I don't know the year. Or the month, yeah. Anyhow, I stopped because I saw this and couldn't resist. Here is an old-fashioned, well, it's the way they did it in primitive days. It's a bushcrafting lean-to. If you ever get stuck in the woods, it's good to know how to make one of these. And you'll get a little bit of protection from wind and, you know, not bugs. But you'll have some protection, and hopefully you've got some kind of cloth to put over you. Piece of tarp or something. I don't know what it's focusing on now. Did I think about it? No. Anyhow, somebody practicing their primitive skills. And it's nice they left it up for the next people. Just leave it. A little shelter in emergency. This is a campsite. About a mile from the road maybe. So I don't know that far yet. But I knew I was near the top of the hill. And you can see the breeze. So, and I knew there were a bunch of shady spots because of the trees. And I'm not trying to make this sound like a rhyme or a riddle. But yeah, look at the trees. So I thought I'd stand here and get a breeze. Why am I doing everything in rhymes? Must have blown a circuit somewhere up in the head. Anyhow, yeah, there's about, I can see 4 or 5 easy spots. You could probably squeeze out another 4 or 5, which wouldn't be as desirable or as easy, but still, you'd have a place. So, alright. And it'd be a little more crowded. Alright. Oh, and it's about 2-ish. And I'm tired. I thought I slept pretty good last night, but according to my sleep app, it says no, go back and do it again. So, alright, I'm gonna move on. Bye-bye. You're the last thing I expected to see out here. I'm coming up the trail and saying, that sounds like a weed whacker.
Yeah. Trying to keep it good for you.
Well, thank you very much. That'll keep the ticks off it.
Yes. Well, take care.
You too. Thank you very much. You too. Wow. That was the last thing I expected to see. And you can see he's been working hard all day. Oh yeah, he picked the hottest work time of the day to do this, unless he just started, which I'm doubting, seriously. Yep. I hope he's got a couple of gallons of water on that back. At least 3 or 4 liters. Because he is working hard. Alright. I'm not saying anything, I'm just looking at the trail and pointing you in that direction too. So I should get going. Turn this thing off and keep on walking. It's a little after 3. I don't know how much after. And I'm not stopping to look until my alarm goes off at 4. Unless I, bump into something worth looking at. So, catch you in a little while. Bye-bye. And as soon as I said that, you can still hear Mr. Weedwhacker in the background. It was only 5 or 10 minutes later. I came upon this. And this is a beautiful sight. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop and take my phone out so I got something to put on Facebook today. Besides my ugly face. Alright. Bye-bye. Alright. I'm just a little bit away from the shelter area. And got this on my left-hand side, so I guess it's to the west. And that's it. I stopped at the shelter last night to sleep. And there were a couple people there already. And in the morning they were gone. I woke up at about 5:30 and decided to go to 6. So I set my alarm for 6. And between 5:30 and 6, they disappeared. So there were 2 other people there that came in much later last night. And they were at the picnic table, eating breakfast and talking and getting ready to go. And I got up and did everything I had to do. And still it took me 2 hours, which is way too long. It should only take an hour. So, but I got out of there and it's a little after 8 now, between 8 and 8:30 I would guess. And I'm walking. Now I somehow, because I was doing it from memory, which is very reliable, got screwed up yesterday. I'm holding the camera at this angle because I can steady it on my leg and to get less shaking. So we got, I had figured it was 8 miles, so yesterday I got the 3 done, and it was just before 5 o'clock, so I had 5 miles left to go in my mind. I know I have 2.5 miles to the water, so it's like, I figured I had enough to do the overnight and then get to the water in the morning. So I was like, alright, I'll do that, because I'm not going to make the 5 between 4 and 8. So, but anyhow, I woke up when it was part of my morning routine was checking the map for the day coming. And yes, the water is a questionable source in 2.5 miles. Not to worry though, because the whole thing is to the site where I get picked up for the campground where my car is, it's just a little over 3 miles. And I immediately thought, well, if I had known that last night, I probably would have done the whole thing. But I was thinking it was 5 and that was pushing it a little bit. So anyhow, it is what it is. I did it already. And I'm not completely annoyed with it because I was my legs were getting somewhat wobbly at that point. So I'll get 3 today. I'll pull into the campsite, repack for tomorrow and the next 3 days, and then go forward from there. All right. That's it. If I see anything else worth noting, I'll try and take a picture along the way. And yes, I'm headed back to the campground. It's Middle Creek Campground. And yeah, I'll be there probably before noon. It's supposed to rain and thunder and lightning and all that good stuff this afternoon. So that was the other thing I figured I wanted to get out of here anyhow and get all that done. And I had signal. There is a decent Wi-Fi signal there. So, not Wi-Fi, but cell signal. And so that was good. I got to check on a couple things, the weather being the most important. And what else about that thing? Oh, it's got a brand new privy, outhouse, whatever you want to call it. And there is a spot on my glasses that is driving me nuts. Excuse me while I try and take care of this. It's like a leaf or something. Well, that's always worth a shot. Sometimes it works. And now it's like, okay, it was on the inside. Every time I look down, it's like you can kind of see it and kind of not see it. It's just in that spot. Anyhow, I got that done. So, let me get walking now, because I got a fair amount to do. And I want to make sure I get to that water before I run out. I have a little more than a whole liter, so I fully expect to make it. I'm not that concerned about it. Unless it isn't there, and then I should be able to make the next 2 anyhow. So, alright. The next 2, it'd only be a half a mile from there, so yeah, I'll make it. Next 2, that's what my original thinking was. Alright. Anything else? Come on, think quick. No, don't know of anything. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.